Hello, welcome to the Steam Chamber, and welcome to the first of our series of First Impressions videos. Now today for you we have Bollywood Wannabe from Chrysaor Studios, a one-woman dev team in Canada. Now this is a rhythm-based game with platforming elements set in a Bollywood setting. Now the reason we're covering this game today is because although it's not on Steam at present, it is on Steam's Greenlight page, and I will provide a link to that below. Also, it is available to buy as it is in its entirety at the moment from the game's website, and that will be linked below as well. So in this game you are a hapless producer trying to get your Bollywood film made, and you have gone to the lengths of getting some random people off the street to try and make it with you. So the aim of the game is to get from one end of the level to the other before the song ends, whilst maintaining steady rhythm throughout. So as you can see on the bottom there, I have my rhythm bar, and to the left of that is a status bar to let me know how I'm doing rhythm wise. And just above the rhythm bar you'll see two progress bars. Now the top one lets me know the position of the song, so how long I have left, and the bottom bar lets me know how far in the level I've gotten. So now you can see I've gotten to the first of my obstacles, so I have to jump over the car, which just adds to the confusion as you can imagine. Now I'm not exactly the best at rhythm games as it is, so combining it with platforming elements really doesn't help. Now you might notice, although you're not playing, you're only watching, but you might notice that one of the first problems that I've found with this game, which is despite it being absolutely visually gorgeous, you spend about 99% of your time looking at the bottom 2 inches of the screen, and the fact that they've decided to have, or rather the sole developer has decided to have the rhythm bar at the very bottom of the screen is a real mistake, I feel, because there's so much going on in the game, plus you're having to look at the level to perform the platforming elements, and that just makes it impossible. You just cannot look at both the bottom of the screen and the middle of the screen at the same time and hope to get things perfect. I would like to have seen the rhythm bar maybe translucent in the middle or towards the top of the screen. Now you can see, as you saw earlier, this is a spotlight moment which sees you having to perform a certain set of rhythms before moving on to the next section, because, you know, it wasn't hard enough before. Now throughout the game, as you'll see, if you do badly, the rhythm bar, the status bar on the left starts to get lower and lower, and that will end the level and you'll have to do it again. Also, if you do not get to the end of the level before the end of the song, that will also cause the level to be over and you will not win. Now I've got it on fairly simple at the moment, on the casual setting and the one button setting, and I'm still having trouble getting past certain obstacles whilst keeping my eye on the rhythm section as well. So I hate to imagine what it gets like at later levels, but I'm sure I'll be able to show you that at some point. Now I think we're coming towards the end of the level here, and I'm really not done very well on the rhythm states. But I don't know, you try watching both the screen and the rhythm bar and doing a voiceover at the same time. It's not exactly easy. Right, there you go, I've reached the end of the level, which means now I can just focus solely on the rhythm. The counter on the left side there counts the good and perfect successful button presses rather. Now I've got to say, I think the sound and the music for this game are absolutely fantastic, and the Bollywood setting is just perfect for the rhythm-based genre. I don't know if it's been done before. If it hasn't, I have to question why. there you go. I got amateur. This time I am the female love interest. Now, I've got to say, I really like the game. I haven't tried the harder difficulties yet. Perhaps I probably won't do that in this video, seeing as I'm doing the voiceover at the same time. I just think that would be a little bit insane. So what I might have to do is record a little separate video, or maybe even record it and add it onto the end of this video, just to let you know what the later stages look like. And you see I've encountered an obstacle that looks rather like the background. Now this will happen from time to time. Some obstacles are clearly obstacles, but there are times when you really cannot tell the difference between an obstacle and the background. And there's a couple more of those coming up, I think, actually. Now, I've actually got to move this ball by walking forward. But as you can see, there are several different styles of Bollywood music in the game, or here rather. And there's a great selection. Now, as far as I know, there are only 10 levels at present. However, I mean, you can see the sort of average length of a level by looking at the last level and this one. And despite 10's a relatively low number, however, considering the various difficulty modes and the different play styles and the high score potential, then I can see a lot of replayability. Now, the only sticking point for me at the moment is the price tag. Now, if you go onto the Greenlight page, and here's a set of obstacles that Yes, anyway, the only real sticking point for me is the price. Now, if you go to the Greenlight pages, and I urge you to do so because I definitely do think it's worth a vote. The overriding consensus seems to be a lot of people are saying it's a good looking game for the right price. Now, it currently retails at $15 or £12.25, I think, from the game's website. Now, I think if for any real meaningful sales on Steam, if it does get greenlit, I think the price has got to be dropped. I think it's got to be half of that, because in order to pick up the casual gamers aren't going to drop £12 or $15 on a game like this. Casual gamers just aren't going to drop that sort of money. People don't mind taking a chance on something for, say, $8 or £6, but when you're asking people for $15, they're going to stop and think about whether they want the game or not. So it's definitely a great game, and I think it is worth a buy, but I think it's up to the consumer, to decide if it's worth spending that sort of money on. Anyway, I think I'm coming to the end of the level. I will add some more footage of the later levels without me doing a live voiceover. Right, and this is one of the harder difficulties, not the Get a Life difficulty, but the penultimate difficulty, which is the hardcore mode. Plus, it's also on 4-button mode rather than 1-button mode like it was before. So instead of just a button randomly assigning one of the 4 dance moves, instead your up, down, left and right keys now correspond to a specific move. And that is recorded in the top left hand corner. If you see up there, as you chain them together, it'll tell you which moves you've chained together as well. Now, as you can see, there is a real difference between this and the first level when I was playing it on the simpler difficulty. There's a lot more in the rhythm bar at the bottom going on. Obviously there's nothing different about the music, there's nothing different about the platforming elements, but there is a big difference in terms of how many moves you've got to perform. Now, this is the first level still, so this is one of the easier levels. As you progress throughout the game, you will find the difficulties increase even on the easy mode. Therefore, on the hardcore mode, it gets even harder. I haven't tried the Get a Life mode. I don't think I want to just yet. I think that's something I'll build up to. But as you can see, there is a real difference. I had to record this commentary over the video rather than whilst I was recording as I did before. But of course this is a first impression, so I haven't got through to the latest levels just yet. So yeah, please do give it a try. I'm going to leave you to finish the rest of this video if you wish to. Please, I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, comment and subscribe, and please do let us know if there's anything out there that's coming out on Steam, that's anything on Greenlight that you think you'd like us to cover, and we'll try and cover it. I've been Lord Elemental, and thank you.